could see
That's what we need.
in the highest of def.
I mean, if you're gonna put it out there at this point, it has to be in the highest of def to watch the crappiest of all the Star Wars things that have come out.
Well, how sneaky? You're sneaky.
Sneaky.
The intro music.
Didn't play the intro music. Didn't do nothing. And then as soon as you guys realize it's going, everybody stops fucking talking.
I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, she is my podcasting partner for life and my best friend. She is the beautiful Miss Savannah.
Hello, good evening.
And even further over there, he is my podcasting partner for life as well. He is also my best friend. He is the long-haired author. It's the other guy, Mr. Francis
Published
Fernandez.
author.
Published author.
I got books. Yeah. Look, all I have to say is that the Star Wars Christmas, as much as it's hated, it's so much fun to talk about.
No, I mean, I think it's something that you have to sit down and suffer through at least every 10 years or so.
Yeah, I've only seen it twice, in the span in my lifespan, and I've seen it twice, and both times I'm just like, why did I go through all of that? But it's.
Have either of you ever seen I think it was like a student project parody called Hardware Wars?
Oh, I know of Hardware Wars. I haven't seen it.
I don't think so.
It came out, I believe, in the early 80s. So there's a lot of like 80s reference in there, but it's horrible. It's shot like a trailer, but it's basically the entire first story of Star Wars. With different named, like.
Do you remember? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, there was I think he was a politician or something that was Ralph Nader. Right. The Darth Vader character in Hardware Wars is Darth Nader.
Well, the main character is Fluke Starbucker.
Yep.
So
Augie Ben Doggy.
Yeah, and then Princess Anne Droid.
Yep. R2
Deco.
Deco.
But here, okay, so Rotten Tomatoes of the six,
Artie Deco. Artie Deco. Artie Deco is the name.
Wow.
Of the 6 critical reviews, it has an 83% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's 12 minutes of just shit, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
definitely worth.
Do you guys remember like a couple years ago? I say a couple, but it was probably like 10 now. But like they were doing that Star Wars project where people would just send in like 5-second clips of like anything, and then they like pieced them all together as like the full movie. But it was like, one person was doing like animation, and one was doing like claymation, and one was just drawings, So yeah, that just popped in my head. I need to find that again.
People are creative. I actually stumbled upon this weird thing on YouTube it's called what is it called? Backrooms. The Backrooms. It's like a horror project. And it's supposedly like found footage from the 80s. People are really creative. I'm just bringing this up because it's so simple, and it's like only 9 minutes long. But I was like kind of freaking out a little bit because I'm like, does this place really exist? If this office building with these many weird rooms exists, that alone is freaky to me, because it's just just endless hallways, rooms, no windows at all, and there's some little twists and turns in that little 9-minute video. But I'm telling you, the people are. I wish I was that creative. I would love to have that type of creativity and have contributed to that Star Wars movie. That'd been cool too.
The first fan-made one that I can remember seeing is the one that was shot like cops from a stormtrooper's perspective on Tatooine.
Never saw that one.
They were messing with Jawas. They were messing with this and that. It was totally shot.
Wasn't that like a robot chicken?
There was a robot chicken as well, but there's a live action stormtrooper shot like cops.
I think I remember that actually. I'm trying
there
to.
It is.
I think
1997, called Troops.
There you go.
Just a
with a Z.
No, just with an S.
Oh.
I mean, it was 97. It is very, very possible that it was with a Z. Let's be fair
Well,
here.
Yeah, what you gonna do? That's great. Yeah, it's only 10 minutes. Go watch it.
There's a few.
That's shorter than the Magic Bullet commercial.
Yeah, but I'm not getting a cool product from this.
From last night's barbecue.
The whipping blade. You know all about that, don't you, Savannah?
Don't you, Bearman?
Like, oh, wow. That's not creepy at all.
That's the whipping blade. Remember that, Berman, right?
And I just love that there's like all of these Americans and the one Australian dude. This is or British, I guess he's a British dude. But
Right.
just happens to be there. It's like, yeah.
And actually, before we get terribly too started here, just a few hours ago, the person who just chatted into the thing there, None More Pale, is the newest follower. So welcome.
Yay.
Savannah
Sign
probably brought in yet another listener.
You're joking.
She is not. You could tell by that laugh. But Francis, you remember the plan that we put in place about a year ago or so, year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, whenever we brought Savannah in, we were like, if she comes on, more people will come and watch. Even if she's the one bringing them.
I was going to say, the method, though.
Hey, look, I don't give a shit what the method is, okay? All I'm looking for is for people to see it. That
Guys, we talked about how I was on this other podcast once, and we had like over 2,000 followers, and I'm just bringing them back one by one. Is all I'm saying.
Is that what they're calling them nowadays? Is that what the kids are calling them nowadays? Hot takes? Hot takes.
I mean,
Is that what they're
No.
called?
God damn it.
there's
Can
a
you
dog
hear the
fight.
dogs wrestling
there's
behind
like a
you?
dog fight happening at the same time.
Even the dogs can't handle that joke. They're like, no, don't do that. Don't call them hot takes. And-
I went and had some hot cakes recently.
Pancakes?
Yes.
Where?
Nowhere special. Just some, a place where they serve lots of pancakes, where they tried to serve burgers for a little while. But
Was it IHOP?
It was the IHOP. It was definitely the IHOP.
Was it Denny's?
No, every time I go to Denny's, I have stomach issues. Shout out to Denny's.
You're looking for stomach issues.
There's a hot take. I need maybe that should be a new counter we have. The hot take counter for the episode. So I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, went on a breakfast date, basically.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Breakfast dates should be more of a thing. And what?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say something terrible because anytime I think of breakfast dates, I think of this dude. He was a shock jock named Tom Likas. Does anyone know Tom Likas?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
He was this old, ugly man who had an afternoon radio show where he taught you what what women wanted, what men are thinking.
So he was like a reverse Cosmo, basically.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. And his take was like, the best way to end a one night stand or any girl who thinks they want to be with you, you end that quickly by taking them out to a breakfast at McDonald's. That was like his method of letting the girl go. It's like you bring him to McDonald's, you get him an egg McMuffin, it's over. Like, okay, all right.
So if you spring for the hash brown, they're worth keeping. Like I'm just trying to keep score here.
No.
Just breakfast in general.
He was a weird dude. He was a really weird dude. So he's like, relationships suck, and then he's like in a relationship with somebody. And it's a very strange guy, but yeah, it's all about dumping the ladies, showing them hot takes, putting those hot takes on the glass.
Ding. Yeah. I have no idea how to transition out of that. What are you guys up to this week?
Just transition. Josh, you and I are going to Florida, I thought.
No. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. I would love for it to happen. I really would. I think it'd be a lot of fun to. What?
What we gotta do? What do we gotta do? What do we gotta do to make it happen?
We need 2,000 followers.
Yeah, get me
by tonight.
Get me 2,000 followers by you're there for this weekend, right? Yeah.
I'm flying out Sunday and then coming back a week later. I'm going to Florida for a week. Apparently, it's supposed to be 60 degrees there.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, that's a lot nicer.
Yes,
than
it is
here.
nice compared to where we are, but like we were expecting like swimsuit nice.
Oh. Wait,
I mean,
60 for you isn't swimsuit nice?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, it is. It is. But you acclimate quickly whenever you move,
Yeah.
I remember being in San Diego with Francis for Comic-Con one year, and we were taking an elevator down to the lobby from the hotel, and there's people in the lobby like putting hoodies on and like gloves and knit hats, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? They're like, it's cold. I was like, it's 65.
Yeah, it was, and it's like in the middle of summer too.
Yeah, it was like July.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm like, this is amazing.
So 2,000 followers in 3 days. You're going.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't be able to afford anything. I'll sit on the couch. I'll sit on the beach, play Switch all weekend.
With 2,000 followers, you're gonna get like $5 from Twitch. I mean, that's at least.
So I can get a fucking get a coffee.
You can get a water at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, maybe not a full water.
Yeah. Exactly.
I bought a hat that is
a sun hat,
bigger than me. Like,
what? How are you gonna get it there?
Arm width.
Like, are you gonna ship it there, or like?
I'm just gonna wear it on the plane.
In the plane. If you wear it on the plane, it'll probably fly
on
off.
the plane. We're gonna sit on the top of the plane because the hat will not fit inside.
Well, hopefully you gotta strap it down with some double-sided tape or something.
Ma'am, your hat is causing drag. It's another hour to get.
Madam,
can you face your head down for the remainder of the flight so you stop causing so much drag?
We need your help landing. Can you tilt your head a little to the left? Yeah, that'll be fine. So you have a nice little sun hat to enjoy
just a tiny little one. Yeah.
60-degree weather. Okay.
But so. Without breaking too much kayfabe, hopefully next time an opportunity like this comes up, the leap I'm taking at my workplace will help better afford for me to be more spontaneous.
Ooh.
And go on an adventure with two pretty girls in a different state. But you gotta cross that bridge first. I'm gonna start a website called, and instead of OnlyFans, I'm gonna call it Only Dabs, and people will just pay to watch me take
the entire time.
Well, no, more marijuana based dabs, but and people will just pay me to watch me get really high by taking gigantic dabs.
Okay, hold on.
So it's like is you taking a tab and then going.
I'm experienced. I'm experienced. I don't sit there and have coughing fits anymore.
That guy that I dated for a long time, he got pleurisy from it.
I'm sure he got plenty of that from you. What? He got what?
Pleurisy. It's like where What?
Nothing. I thought
What?
you said nothing. What is the word you're trying to say? Or you
Pleurisy.
said? Ah.
What did you
Gotcha.
think that I said?
Mm.
Oh my God. Pleurisy is like it's like you have phlegm in between your like your lung and your outer membrane.
Mm.
From basically, it's like from coughing too much or something like that.
Well, see, the thing is, like a few years ago, people were taking dabs that were still incredibly hot.
Yeah,
Where
that
like,
was for sure. Like
people would
he
sit
did
there,
it. He was doing it wrong for a while.
like people will sit there and make their nail or their buckets glowing red.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm going to take the dab now. Like, that is like possibly 600 plus degrees. You're just going to think about that for a second. Like, doesn't matter how much water or percolators you have inside that rig, it's not going to cool it off fast enough. No, that's happened to quite a few of my. Francis, are you stuck? Or are you just like looking off into the distance? Okay, you're not stuck.
He's looking up dab rigs right now.
I'm looking up weed live streams. I'm curious. See if there's any.
I'm sure there is.
But
There
apparently
used to
it's
be
all on Twitch.
there used to be a channel on YouTube. I believe that eventually got taken down, where the guy would sit and talk about marijuana usage. He was here in Colorado, so he was a medical patient. He had a disclaimer at the start of the show saying that this is used medically and it's all legal in Colorado. And while he was talking, he might light a doob up, or he actually used some of the product I used to sell in the store I ran. So that was always a fun episode to pull up. Hey, look, there's a guy talking about the product that I'm trying to sell you right now. But I believe his channel got taken down for drug use.
Luckily,
It is
Twitch,
still federally illegal.
Yeah.
Which allows you, as long as it's legal in your state, you can smoke up as much as you like on Twitch. So there you go.
Well, we hit 50. We hit the 50. We fill up this green bar with 50, and I will do huge dabs on camera.
What you need to do is, you need right.
Yes.
You need to
Gigantic. I'll put big hands on. What?
Say you blur out your screen. That shouldn't be blur. That should be smoke.
Yeah.
I got sent
Just
a picture
smoke in the background.
I gotta verify the size of this picture that was sent to me. But the bucket.
I mean, none more people want it done, so we got to make it happen now. We have at
So
least one person. Who
I got
it done.
I got a picture of a bucket that you would use for marijuana usage or concentrate usage that is 195 millimeter.
Oof.
Just in case you want to take a 65-gram dab.
Can't you just?
65 grams?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think the 65 on there is just, for effect, for funny. And you ever seen those pictures? They call them, it's funny, they call them Dragon Balls, where they're just balls of concentrated marijuana.
Yeah.
It's like taking one of those Dragon Balls and dumping it into a quartz bucket and just watching it vaporize in there. That would be about 65 grams.
Yeah.
Just put it in one of those air shooter things,
Air
Did
shooter
they get it
things.
like
the think geek
Oh,
and shit.
yep, the big like plastic gun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You scare the
Do that
cat
to your
with.
face. Right. Just fill it up with smoke. Pop it at your face.
They actually have we're taking a dive into the weed centric stuff. There's a thing that you put a joint in, and it's like this plastic or rubber kind of thing, like a bulb, like how you take the bulb to your ear or something, or like the baby's noses. It looks like that, only it splits apart. You put a joint on the inside, and then when you squeeze the bulb, it tokes the joint and it shoots it out this fucking hole in the front. But the problem is, it tastes like ass when it comes out of there.
What was the
Just like,
point? And then,
yeah.
Like it tastes like rubber and plastic, and it's no. Like, why would you just
but
smoke
why
the
would you
joint?
do that? Yeah. What is the purpose of that
I
though?
don't
Like, why not?
know. I don't know. In case
Oh.
you don't want to get your hands all stinky, in case you're like a closet stoner or something.
Don't they have like little tweezer thingies that you can use to hold them up and stuff?
I mean, alligator
Little
clips
tweezers.
and roach
Yeah, like
clips,
clips
and
stuff.
Roach
I mean,
clips, yeah.
but I mean,
Clips.
smoking a joint, it's gonna end. You're gonna end up with smoke on your hands. Smoking a joint.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what you use. I mean, I guess this bulbous thing would probably be the best way to not get smoky hands, but you shouldn't be ashamed of your smoky
You
hands.
just see one of those old timey like 1920s cigarette holders where you just
Yeah.
My best friend, the day that I met him, he walked up to the place where we were all hanging. Me and my friends were all hanging out, and this kid broke out a water filter for a cigarette, but exaggeratively, it looked like Axl Rose's cigarette holder from like the mid '90s. It wasn't that long, but I was like, "Oh, this kid's fucking cool. I need to be friends with him." Plus, he's ditching middle school. I'm in high school. He's ditching middle school. This motherfucker is awesome.
No, that's the way to go, I guess.
Yeah. And then delinquent, years followed and adventures and everything. It was great. Yeah. There's no transition. So since the last couple episodes, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple of episodes, Savannah has let us know about all the celebrities that have died. I'm going to reverse it and flip the script today and say happy birthday to James Earl Jones.
Huh?
91 today.
Oh. Dang.
Yeah. Hopefully we get to say happy birthday next year too. But on that, outside of Darth Vader, what are some favorite James Earl Jones things he's done?
When he announces CNN.
CNN. Does he still?
No, it's been decades.
Okay.
Isn't he the one in Sandlot too?
Yes.
Oh, maybe he was.
I believe so,
And
yeah.
The Lion King, obviously.
Obviously, the Lion King. Yeah.
He was in Conan the Barbarian.
He was. He was
What?
the king.
Field of Dreams.
Field He was in
Coming to
all.
America.
How many baseball movies was he in? Since you got the list,
Don't worry about it.
He loves baseball.
I was just asking. BBT. What's BBT?
I'm actually trying to see. What's weird is like his IMDb doesn't show up when you look up his name. Oh, there it is.
Love it.
It was the first one. Anyway, he's look, he does the voice. He told that one guy not to choke in his aspirations.
Rogue
That
One.
was the fucking worst line in that movie.
Don't choke on your aspirations,
There's
director.
There's a shit ton of movies, right? A whole bunch of movies that come out, and Darth Vader does not have one pun. He's not funny in any of these fucking movies, and then all of a sudden, he's just the punniest motherfucker in the universe, walking like a
One
gangster.
pun.
I know.
First of all, this was like, this was 20 years, and he's been living up in that weird mountain fortress, and
It's hot.
he thought up a lot of puns.
And was only able to
Don't
get
make
one
me-
out.
What else would you do?
Don't make me force you to join me, Luke. I mean, really. What else would he say? I don't know. But he was in apparently he was the narrator in Judge Dredd
The first one.
with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He was the narrator in Third Rock from the Sun. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Apparently he's been in Big Bang Theory as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ginger. God, these dogs. They are wound up. Sorry.
What happened? What happened to the sound cancellation? Can only pick up your voice. Do all the clapping and snapping you want. We'll only pick up your voice.
Right.
Dogs don't sound like clapping or snapping. Dogs sound like dogs.
Yeah. Barking. Gee, they're just going bonkers, right? Like I don't know what's going on.
So yeah, he's a Lion King. We said that, but that's probably
I said Lion King. Yeah.
He was in what was that movie? Sneakers. Had Dan Aykroyd and.
She said Big Bang Theory.
Oh, that's Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Oh, that's BBC.
That's what it says underneath it.
Okay.
No, it hasn't shown.
I thought they were two separate things.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, I think it's called Sneakers. It's Dan Aykroyd and him and Sidney Poitier. Rest in peace for Sidney Poitier. Look at that, being able to pull that
Mention
one.
alive people, Josh. Only alive.
I know. I said it, so you got to throw it out there. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see that this morning. People at the workplace, we were talking about James Earl Jones. So.
Wait, when was Jim Carrey's? Because he saw that recently too. When was Jim Carrey's?
Jim Carrey's birthday was
People were
like this past weekend, I believe.
Okay. I saw that going around as well. People.
I saw some
celebrate-
tweet that was going around with him with his face uncomfortably close to the camera. Yeah, but it wasn't like the fisheye lens. It was just him really close to the camera.
I don't know how to use technology, but I'm playing this weird,
I don't think he's playing
old
anything, dude. I think somebody gave Jim Carrey a few hits of acid, and he fucking expanded his mind for the first time.
There was
Because
that one time.
he started doing interviews where he was like, "This is all bullshit. Why are we even here?"
Yeah.
He went all Jaden Smith.
Oh God, what did he say?
The eyes are the
how can you
triangles.
see?
I don't know.
It's like, how do you see?
How do you see when your eyes are mirrors?
Or something like that. It's like, oh God. Yeah. Will, your son is loose. Oh, do you see the trailer for the new Bel Air show?
Mm-mm.
No, I know Will Smith has something to do with it, and it's
He's
gonna
producing it.
It's gonna center more around the topics that it's gonna be an hour-long show instead of a half-hour show, and it's gonna try to focus on some of the topics that were in the original show, but due to time constraints, they weren't able to expand on some of those.
He was just, it's so serious. It's a drama.
Oh.
The comedy has been pulled from The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Now it's just called Bel Air. It looks just so melodramatic. It just looks.
What is it on?
It's on
What?
Peacock?
Peacock?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's on the cock.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah.
None more
but
pale.
they do-
None more pale says, wasn't he working on a Terrence McKenna biopic, referring to Jim Carrey? I don't know, but that would work.
Yeah.
That would work.
I saw. Speaking of biopics, I saw today that Daniel Radcliffe is going to be playing
I did see
Weird
that.
Al, and Weird Al was like, "This is the role that will probably make him famous, like what he'll be synonymous with for the rest of his life."
I hope
man.
that Weird Al is in the movie
I'm
of
sure.
himself, and he's just got a cameo of something that would just, when his cameo happens, it's perfect. You know, it's perfect timing.
It's gonna be an accordion teacher or something, right? It's gonna teach him the accordion or something. I can only hope.
Who's gonna play Dr. Demento in that movie?
Jim Carrey.
I'm trying to remember what Dr. Demento looked like.
He just got cast, so I mean, there's.
I know. I'm just saying though, because they have to touch on that because that's where Weird Al got all of his inspiration from.
Yeah.
He could probably use David Cross.
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they should just hire our buddy Dirk Manning, and Dirk Manning should show up as the character of Dirk Manning. Francis knows who I'm talking about. Because that would work as like a new age Dr. Demento. Shout out to Dirk Manning. Exactly.
By the way, guys.
Speaking of our buddy Dirk, actually, he just recently signed a deal to write Arn Anderson's story. Recently, it's starting to hit shelves now. He did a book about Tony Schiavone and his wrestling career.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm hoping to get my grubby hands on that soon. The Kickstarter, the books have been sitting on the shore of LA, I guess, for the last few months, waiting to get packaged and sent out. But I think it's awesome that he also scored a deal for Glock Anderson, as he's more recently been called. It's a wrestling thing, Francis. He cut a promo where he was cutting a promo on one of his students, if you will, and mentioned that he was becoming soft and that if he got carjacked, that he would just give up the car. But Arn, the one that was speaking, he's like, but if I got carjacked, I'd pull my Glock out and blow his brains all over the street. He's like a 65-year-old man that's like crippled from wrestling. And it's just awesome to see him like mimic pulling a gun out. And it sold T-shirts and everything. It was great.
His arthritis is acting up.
What?
Nothing. I just was mentioning his arthritis is acting up. But yeah, no.
His arthritis, well, I mean, it is because he can't even open his hands.
Jesus.
So he's just like this?
His left hand is like this.
Oh, wow.
There was a match where he landed on his back wrong and it like made his whole hand have nerve damage of some kind. Yeah.
Well, that'll happen.
But it'll be all explained in the book that we'll see in a couple of years, probably.
In the book.
We
just need the book.
Yeah.
If it was opted into a movie, we get, Daniel Radcliffe to play.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel.
As Arn Anderson.
Yes. Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter as Arn Anderson.
As Weird Al as Arn Anderson.
Yes. Speaking of wrestlers being in movies, Savannah, you've been checking out Peacemaker. Transition. What the fuck is it? And why is everybody talking about John Cena so much?
Well, you see a lot of his butt. So
like actual
that's really all
Cena butt? Or
yes, his actual butt. That's all all that I've taken.
But I thought
from
you can't see him.
Really, yeah.
Or is that his wrestling persona you can't see, but you can see John Cena's ass, the actor?
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly think that he's playing himself in the thing. Like it's so ridiculous.
So
but
it's not a body double, it's his real butt.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
Is it nice?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think, Francis?
All the guy does.
What do you think?
All the guy does.
Dude does not skip
out.
leg day. Does
he crush things with it?
No. Not yet, at least.
I mean,
right.
That's the season finale. Where he crushes the foe's head.
It's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's worth watching just for the intro itself. And seriously. And he has his like sidekick is an eagle. Like it's so ridiculous.
Okay. All right. Well, his okay. Apparently, there's a lot of dancing. I'm looking at it now. There's a lot of dancing. I'm not playing it, but yeah, the little preview is like a lot of hand gestures. Yeah.
A lot of jazz hands happening.
A lot of shoulders. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. I don't. It's right after where Suicide Squad 2 basically ended.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, there was a really crappy movie that came out last month or last year. What?
Well, people really like that movie.
Some people did.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed watching it. I don't know.
I mean, there's just as many people that didn't like it. I mean, that's kind of fair to say.
I just like that there's people from that movie that transitioned over to this show. And it was like the most non-consequential characters, just these random people who happen to work with Amanda Waller, and just like, yeah, by the way,
is it the same Amanda Waller, or
yeah,
have we cast
dancing.
yet another Amanda Waller?
Nope, it's the same one.
That's good, at least.
Oh God, they even got the dude that looks like the T1000 to do it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the T1000 dancing. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh man. And an even older man dancing. Oh man. Well, there's a lot of dancing and hip thrusting.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
It's good.
Another movie actually that's been I saw making a bunch of waves this weekend. I guess people are finally getting to check it out, or they're checking it out again. But Eternals, the Eternals has all weekend. My social medias has just been people just shitting all over it.
Well, it's not very good. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, I get
Well,
it.
why do you think I have this influx of people saying it's shitty? Is it Dink Dink free now?
I don't know. It must be. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus now. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, so people
makes
just
sense.
watch it on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So now everyone has a chance to say, because the people who watch it in theaters, I was one of them. Well, like, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, a lot of people. I just heard back from coworkers who saw it over the weekend. Like, yeah, that was terrible. I'm like, oh wow, all right.
I just heard
2.5 hours back.
I just heard it was fucking slow as hell, and nothing really happens. Like, it's kind of like Thor. It's kind of like Thor 2. Like nothing really happens.
There's the hot take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glass. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Sorry.
You just
I'm
went
here.
all the way.
I had to remind myself of something for tomorrow. Anyway, here I am. I haven't watched either of the Thor. No, I watched Ragnarok. I did see that one.
Wow.
Yeah, right. The things happen in Ragnarok. Nothing really happens in Dark Elves.
Anyway. Yeah, people hate that movie.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, look, it's the only Marvel movie that doesn't have a sequel attached to it. So
Which one?
Eternals.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. So is that the one with Angelina Jolie? Oh, it doesn't look interesting to me. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's 2.5 hours long. It's a really long movie.
It looks boring.
But I still like it. I'm one of the few people that liked it. I didn't have the same kind of issue that, yeah, it's too long. I get it. Yeah, none of the characters are really that compelling. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. It's still interesting. Like it's I like Dune, and if you've seen Dune, nothing happens for an hour and a half of this 2.5 hour movie.
Have you? Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you just riding that Disney train? You watched the first 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All of the spice references. It was just like they're just combining everything.
Yeah.
Taking in the prequels and the sequels and the Clone Wars and the
something that we talked about before we hit the go button is that somehow I've stayed away from all the spoilers in Spider-Man No Way Home outside of the things that everybody knows about that movie. Yet, Book of Boba Fett, every Wednesday I open up the social medias and there's just frames of just everything that happens in the show. People just don't give a fuck. They're just like, and it's something you said, Francis. You're like, it's 6 episodes, man. Like, you need to watch it immediately.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part is they'll put spoilers and then just put the image of the spoiler.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, thanks for the warning, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't blur that out.
Turn your computer off. Throw it away.
If you don't want to be spoiled, keep scrolling, but you have to scroll past the picture that is the spoil.
Yeah.
I just do what everyone else does, because people seem to love to do the spoilers without context, and it's just like random pictures from other movies and films. Do that instead of like, by the way, spoilers. Here's the guy who was in the show.
Yeah,
just plastered all over that. It's annoying, but good on you. I'm glad that people are respecting your lack of watching No Way Home. It's coming out soon anyway, so you'll see it.
Yeah, I mean, I figure at this point, all the good screens are being taken up by newer. It's like 2 weeks old. Newer movies that you might as well just wait for it to come home at this point, because who wants to watch it in the C or D level, theater room that's got like cum on the fucking screen and there's a fucking tear in the corner,
Yeah. Yeah, that was right. Fred Willard, right? That was the guy.
that came on the screen.
And Paul Rubens.
Oh, Paul Rubens, yeah.
Paul Rubin, yeah.
Pee-wee. Fred Willard did something though.
He
Similar,
was
didn't he?
fucking awesome.
Did the same thing. I'm
Actually,
pretty sure he did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
did
I
the
think so.
Celebrity Family Feud a few years ago, and Fred Willard and his family appeared on the show, and it was sad because Fred couldn't even stand for the whole episode. They had to bring him out like a stool, and I don't think he knew where he was at all. He was just kind of like, every time they cut to him, he was like, "Huh?
Dang.
What'd you say? I wasn't paying attention."
Hopefully they were playing for whatever, early dementia or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say I did watch. I saw Tragedy of Macbeth this weekend.
Oh, with
Denzel,
yeah.
it's directed by a Cohen, not the Cohen brothers, but a single Cohen. And it's the play. It's the play, and an original Shakespeare, and it's artsy and stylistic and black and white. So it was really good.
Well,
I
you
really
have
liked
to
it.
do it. Look, you either call a gun a longsword like they did in
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet, or you stick to the actual.
Or you
tragic
stick to it,
story.
yeah. But it was.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on in that movie.
Half the
Romeo
time
and
I was like,
Juliet.
are they? I know they're speaking English, but are they speaking English?
Right. I had no idea, because I
Does
too,
that mean they were using?
because they draw your sword. They were pulling out
Yeah.
fucking gats. I'm like, what?
So did they use the iambic pentameter over there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It was yes, it was the play. That's the thing. And then Frances McDormand was Lady Macbeth. Yes.
All right.
And yeah, and there was a bunch of Harry Potter actors in it, and
Oh, not surprised. Wait, does that
yeah.
mean Denzel pulled out like a British accent or something?
Yeah, it was kind of though, like it wasn't.
It wasn't Sean Connery doing
No,
Red October.
Russian.
no, but he kind of did, but yeah, but it was wild, like it was just, yeah.
Well, he's a talented dude. I can see him pulling it off.
Half the time I was like, I need to reread this.
Hmm.
So, but I don't know, it was good. I would.
No, you need the sunscreen guy to rewrite it for
Baz Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann. Yeah. You need him to rewrite it.
Yeah. Get Leonardo in there and we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very
Claire
confused
Danes.
in that movie. Very, very confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And my girlfriend at the time was like, this is amazing. Like, what are we watching right now?
It's still the best movie ever. It's so good.
Romeo and Juliet is the best movie ever.
So good.
Better than
The
Rad?
soundtrack?
Oh, the soundtrack. Well, yeah, the soundtrack.
Better
Well, it has
than
6 points on
Rad.
Richard.
See?
It's John Leguizamo in it, and
It does. Yeah.
It doesn't have bike
That's the
dancing
thing. It's
in
like
it.
it's the Shakespearean, prose, and like it's good. I like it, but they modernized it. Whereas Macbeth was not modernized. Like it was, So
well,
anyway.
that's what I'm saying. Add that modernization.
Yeah.
And then you have audiences hooked.
Yeah.
And then you got them.
Well, it's not like a casual retelling, like most movies are. They modernize them that way.
Was the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet a casual retelling?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it was the actual play again, but they modernize the setting,
Yeah.
Whereas Clueless is Emma.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. 10 Things I Hate About You is
Taming of the Shrew. Yeah.
Taming the Shrew, yeah. So
But,
those are casual retellings where it's like basically the same story, but in modern times. Whereas like this Romeo and Juliet is in the original script. Like that's it. So
biting each other's thumbs at
yeah.
That was the
But
best.
you bite your thumb at me, sir.
I don't remember
At a gas
almost anything about that movie at all.
Don't, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Well, yeah. She even has like little. Claire Danes has little angel wings, and
Mhm.
she's at the party.
The aquarium scene, that was every teenage girl's just fucking. This is it. This is how we're gonna meet our great love at 13 and kill ourselves 3 days later.
Friar Lawrence's fault, really. If he didn't,
Yeah.
if he just chilled for just 2 seconds.
If he had just told him,
yeah. I blame the apothecary too for giving her.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking lost right now. Like I
God,
was in remedial English, guys. Like I'm pretty sure I read like the Scholastics version of fucking all of these plays. That had like it's just chopped down to some like key dialogue that like people in your fucking class have to read out and act out and shit.
I'm at a not even at an advantage because it was like 20 years ago, but I played Friar Lawrence in the play, so I have a little. My knowledge of it is a little more because I actually had to memorize lines and I had to be,
that makes sense.
That's fair. That's fair.
Franciscan friar, so.
The pod dog has made an appearance.
Yep.
The pod dog.
The pod dog.
They're all being obnoxious tonight. There she is. But her especially.
Something
right.
that isn't obnoxious, or it is obnoxious depending on your stance. How do you guys feel about unions?
Gosh. Josh, really?
I'm
Well, I guess
just trying to
I guess the
throw a
question-
Really?
bone. I'm just trying to throw a bone out there. Like you guys didn't expect me to say that.
I am pro union, Josh, but
I
if you remember, the person that I dated forever was an organizer.
Okay, I'm not speaking ill.
So it was all I like listened to all day long. Anyway, that's why. Sorry, I was taking it personally. Like,
okay. There's a grocery store on
My
strike right
bad.
here right now.
Which one?
Oh.
A Kroger, one of the Kroger brands.
Really?
Yeah. And I kind
how
of
do you feel
wish
about
that Kroger would just pay them the $18 that they're asking for, so all the Kroger customers will get the fuck out of the store that I go to. so I can just get back to my sleepy ass little store and just walk up to the checkout and just check out and leave instead of waiting 25 minutes to do it.
So sorry you're inconvenienced by these
No,
kids.
no.
That's the point of
No,
the
I'm just
strike,
saying,
is to
just-
make you uncomfortable, to
No,
make
no.
you not want to do it.
No, I'm saying
The
fucking
point is the getting away.
pay these motherfuckers. Like,
Write a letter to Kroger.
maybe I should. Does honking do anything? Because I see a lot of people honking.
Unless you're like waving, honk. Like, if you
Oh, okay, so you have to
and wave,
honk
like,
and
Yeah, I'm
wave.
with you. You can't just like honk and like, with
That's what they
middle
didn't tell you.
finger.
But they say honk if you support.
Yeah, well, that's true. I suppose if they have that sign, yes.
Does somebody on that corner? I'm. This is a legit question. I'm not being a smartass. It sounds like it. But is somebody on that corner like there with a little clicker with all the honks, and they count how many honks they get for the day, and they go like, "Look, union guy, we got 120 honks today. 7 of those honks had waves."
They're votes, yeah.
Yeah.
They're votes, you know?
No, it's like
And
playing a home game as a sports team, and you're playing a home game, and the home team is cheering you on. It gives you that energy to keep going, right? To win the game.
Yeah.
It gives them that energy to stay out there.
Cheerleaders.
See, no more Pale understands, because that is their job.
Denver's
Clicking every time somebody honks, yeah.
Denver's not really a big.
Yeah, that's his job, yeah.
Denver's not really a huge union state or city, so I'm not real big on the education part of it. So it's all, when I see these things come up, I'm like, why don't they just fucking pay these people? Like they kept the store open all last year. All those people that worked their ass off during the height of the pandemic, they're just asking for a fucking living wage. Just give it to them.
And got screamed at and verbally assaulted and physically assaulted and coughed on and like
the Kroger CEO was paid $20 million in 2021, apparently.
Yeah. See, guys, they can't afford to pay their employees $18 an hour.
Yeah, that's I'm not taking a negative stand. I'm like,
are you even thinking about the Kroger CEO, Josh? Like, are you even like, he's gonna have to get rid of one of his yachts?
I never thought about the Kroger CEO ever.
Yeah. Maybe a boat, maybe a houseboat, but not a yacht. Maybe one of their 5 houseboats.
Just one made for the yacht. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that seems to me, weirdly enough, I feel like for the as the Kroger CEO, 20 million seems a little low for me. Like I feel like that feels low. Like they should. But you know what though? Everyone who's a CEO of something is making a lot of money, which is why Josh, the CEO of Points of Interest podcast.
He makes so much more than us, Francis. Like
I pay myself.
We're getting a raw deal here. I'm the one who's bringing all of these followers in, and I get no cut of it.
Nope. I walk away with all the sponsorship money that we don't do, and we leave the door open every episode. There's fucking like 7 spots where we could be like, hey, and if we had fucking this, I'd still have my hair because it keeps.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Look,
or no one would be able to figure out that I'm stealing movies on the internet if you had a VPN from NordVPN.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, but there should be like a finder's fee, right? She finds the people to the road to 50. She gets a fee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, in the big the small stretch goal of getting to 25, Savannah can be responsible for the most recent 4, I think, that have come through.
Look. She's showing us her hot takes. That deserves something.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's look, yeah, there you go. So go get your groceries at
someplace else.
Kroger.
Don't go there. You have to
don't go
boycott while they're on strike.
Oh, that's
You
true.
don't cross the picket lines. Like, don't do that. Yeah.
Go to Target or do
not go to Walmart.
Let's not get crazy.
Do not go to Walmart. Go to Costco.
Yeah,
The problem with Costco,
you can have 5 pounds of
right? Well, the problem with Costco is that
By the time the strike is over, then you will need food again.
Yeah.
So
the problem with Costco is that there's no good time to go to Costco.
no.
Like they're just fucking
Actually,
busy all
during-
the time.
During football games on like Sunday,
Mm.
when everybody's because they already got all their snacks and their dips and stuff, so they're all. That's what I've found.
Yeah.
Or during church time too.
When I first signed
and
up,
then they all go as a family.
when I first signed up for Costco, the lady that was giving me my membership, she was like, "So how much do you usually spend a week on groceries?" I was like, "Lady, I'm a bachelor. I can get in and out of the store for like $25 for a week if I try hard enough." She's like, "There's no way you're going to be able to spend less than $100 here." I was like, "Fuck, bitch, I'll take that challenge. I'll prove you wrong."
In a year? No, you can spend $100 in a year.
No, in one shopping.
No, in a week.
There's
Yeah,
no
one
way
trip
you're
is
going
what
to
they're saying. Yeah.
spend less than $100 anytime you come here. I'm like, I'll take that
Yeah.
challenge.
No. I've left with like $8 before, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's just got
Well,
a whole
yeah.
box of fucking high C or something.
Yeah.
A whole-
Actually,
whole-
or like just like a big bag of almonds,
right.
basically.
All the almonds on the fucking Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Well, where else are you going to get your, year supply of soap?
Exactly.
Mm,
Or
mhm.
toilet paper. Man, that place was a fucking battle zone.
I'm sure it was.
Every time they took pallets out.
I was at a
man, it was
Walmart
not
once
weird.
when a movie was being released. I believe it was a Star Wars. I don't even know if it was a box set or if it was just one of the Star Wars. And they rolled that pallet out and protected it until midnight 01, and they walked away from that pallet and boxes went flying. There are discs that would.
No, I'm sure.
It was crazy. It was a madhouse, and I don't understand how people do those crazy Star Wars,
Yeah.
the toy nights at Walmart when they release the new series of toys. Like, no, those aisles are not built to have more than like two people wide.
Nobody does that anymore, though. It's all you get on.
Yeah, because you can just it's all pre-orders and
Yeah, I mean,
Those
sure.
days are over.
I still like searching pegs. I don't travel out often, but when I do, I search pegs. I don't care.
I'm sorry. Just watching Savannah open her mouth.
I was trying to hide the yawn, not turn this into an OnlyFans.
Yeah. You pause.
Because my mouth was so wide too.
You pause the YouTube version of this at the right time. Put on some sexy music. As long as you could deal with Francis and I staring at you.
Josh, we just got 27 more followers.
God. I'm sorry. I was trying to hide my yawn and I just
But it was the way you did it, like you were hoping no one would notice. You're like, hold on, I got it. And it's like,
couldn't even eternally eat that one or nothing. It was just it escaped out.
just
Nobody's gonna notice this.
I thought I was being so sly.
it was just so. I was just like, oh man, I almost wanted to go like just lean back to it.
Okay, here we go. No, I gotta go this way.
Oh, God. But see, that looks so wrong because you're on the bottom, Savannah, on my screen. So
Yeah.
like,
No, I know. That's why.
but Francis is, it doesn't work really. It did.
It
I
worked for
guess.
me.
Yeah, it worked for me.
Turned out to be a lot of fun for everybody because I like to watch.
Jesus.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I had
We're nothing but classy here on this
2 pieces of chocolate tonight, so I'm just.
Here's the thing: if you're just
Medicated
listening to the
chocolate
audio-
or just 2
Yep.
pieces of fucking regular ass
Yep.
sugary chocolate?
Can you imagine, like, just like regular chocolate? I'm like, I wish
I'd be bringing you chocolate all the time.
chocolate sponsor.
there you go, an incentive to watch the show live.
Just chocolate in general sponsor.
Yeah, just chocolate. Sponsor us. Just it
More
doesn't
than
matter
80%
who.
cacao, though, because then it's vegan.
Here's the thing about sponsors. Seriously. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. They'll be like, hey, we want you to talk about our shit, which you guys still have not received your daily high club thing, in which we are still an affiliate for, because I'm really hoping they're going to send you some shit. But maybe I just need to send another thing. But
No, they're not.
here's the
That's been
thing.
like 3. It's been like 6 months.
I know, right?
It's not happening.
Here's the thing. They'll be like, talk about our shit. Make sure you post us and all your social media shit. And then when I say, cool, are you going to retweet the shit that I tweet out that says, hey, you should check this shit out? Oh, hey, and it's also sponsored by you guys. And then they reply back in the email, oh, we have
What's
too
the
many
fucking
people that we
pod decks?
sponsor. Yeah, we have too many sponsors. It would take us so much time to retweet everything. And it's like, well, if you're gonna scratch my back or I'm gonna scratch your back, at least you gotta fucking at least rub my nuts or something, man. Like,
That's the money, though. That's the money that you should potentially get from
but
people.
okay,
who
that's
actually-
great. That's great. But to the 23 people that see this that are subscribed to this thing, right? And the few hundred on the social medias outside of this, that's a small window. You're still only advertising to that small window, right? The whole point of sponsorship is to get your fucking name out there to everybody. So like
Yeah.
as a company, why wouldn't you just be like, okay, here's everybody that posted us for this week, including the Yawn podcast hosted by Savannah, and and go, we're retweeting all of these shows because we sponsor them. Check these guys out. But no company can do that. So until we can find one that can do that, so we have a mutual nut scratching, agreement. I'm not looking to do that
Gosh,
anymore.
it's because we don't believe in synergy. That's the only reason. That's why we're failing.
Well, I'm sure there's
You had one job. You had one job.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I got nothing.
I got nothing.
I'm just
either,
waiting to watch
sorry.
Savannah duck out again.
Right.
I just enjoy seeing her head just go down every like 30 seconds. Not even to
That's
laugh.
what
just
he
like,
said.
Just because I just can't.
There was one time. There's one time that I may or may not have given Savannah edibles, and she looked up at me at one point. May or may not have looked up at me at one point and said, "Why is everything in slow motion?" It was classic overdoing it, and
Yeah.
also just
I'm way better at edibles now.
That's
Way
good.
better.
no, there you go.
They used to just like fuck me up, and now
Yeah.
I'm just like, now I'm just like hosting a podcast now.
hey, as long as you continue to bring in one person every week, you can have as many chocolates as you want as long as you keep bringing people in. And you haven't even busted out milkshakes or nothing yet. The Giggle Monster.
I didn't even wear my choker today
No,
because
you
I ended up wearing it to work the other day.
The Giggle Monster has a hold of Savannah. So does THC. Which would explain the
What?
giggle monster.
No, it's the 80% cacao. We
It's-
talked about this.
Yeah, it's the Wisconsin air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what
I'm
it
not
is.
in Wisconsin.
I don't know why I said Wisconsin.
Is that your weird way of protecting kayfabe? It's like doing a random state.
Well, you're just confused, Josh, because Wisconsin is where the lake cabin is. The lake house.
The lake house.
The lake house.
Yeah, one day I'll get to check out the lake house. One
The
day
lake house.
when Southwest decides that they're going to fly to Fargo
To Minneapolis.
or Minneapolis, yeah.
Just
Otherwise,
not fly out.
No, I think it does
I
fly to
asked,
Minneapolis.
I asked him, like, hey, if I fly into fucking St. Paul, what's the sitch? And she's like, yeah, it's like 3.5 hours from me.
I said it was fine.
Okay, well, if you think you can sit in the car with me for 3.5 hours,
It's like the most fun sing-along.
they could be. We could figure out how many beers were on the wall
Oh, no.
and
just
sing that.
sounds- I don't know.
Okay.
Can you hear just the bone gnashing in the background?
No.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's not picking up those sounds.
It's like clapping.
Clapping?
Yeah.
She's not dancing. I'm not dancing. I'm not clapping my ass cheeks.
What? What?
Huh?
What is happening?
I know. I have no idea.
What?
You
I
said
have no
something about
idea.
clapping. I don't know.
I said the bone gnashing is like clapping. That's why you can't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the
Thing doesn't make
the
a
noise
clapping.
canceling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have a filter on this, so maybe I could get one. I have one actually.
You had a pop filter for a second.
It just sucks.
Well, it would help on some of the peaking.
Just got a little condom.
Little mic condom.
I
They're like $10.
I have those microphones, and like those handheld ones.
It
It'll
might
probably
fit on there. Yeah, it might fit on there.
Now I want to find them.
Well,
Not
since
now.
you want to go on a mission, I actually have hit all of our bullet points for the evening. We added someone that I didn't even think we were going to talk about. So perfect. What do you guys want to add in or say or anything? Because I'm going to hit the button to start playing this out.
I won't be here next week.
Oh, you won't? I did not
Yeah,
get.
'cause
I
you'll
did
be-
not get the PTO request for this.
You would have
'cause-
been gone too. You technically would have been gone too.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Well, then we could have, like, at least one of us could have brought a laptop and, like,
Yeah.
I told
we're
you.
having the most fun on vacation, and Francis is not. Although it would still probably be warmer where Francis is.
Probably. Where can people find you on the internet, Savannah?
You can't.
And that's on purpose. So if people wanted to see pictures of your dogs, where would they find that? So
The
right
pet
now,
salon where they go. Just kidding.
Savannah's not apparently online much. So
No, it's fine. I do have an active Twitter. It's just not very active. So you go. It's just not gonna be too fun.
It's just on
Sometimes I
occasion.
think about putting stuff on there, and then I'm like, how are people going to read this? What
It-
kind of subtweeting do they believe this will be?
well, if you do it in leet speak, from now on.
That's all that I do on Twitter, actually. So,
I don't.
you know what we're talking about, Francis. Lead speak. Yeah.
I
Two
asked
girls,
what the
one
leet speak
podcast.
for fucking G was the other day, and somebody was like, "The fuck is
6.
leet speak?"
It's probably 6 for G.
But the people that I was with were like, "What are you talking about, old man?" Never mind. Francis,
Never
where can
mind,
people
old
find you on the
man.
internet?
You can find me in Florida.
That would be the shit if you went out there and I didn't. That would be the fucking pits.
just go. Have some spaghetti while you're over there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I would have to fucking eat a lot of spaghetti for the next fucking 2 weeks after going to Florida for a weekend. Not to mention the fucking COVID that would probably come with me. So
Yeah, but it tastes good with spaghetti.
it's like
This is what I'm saying.
it's not fucking MSG, man. Sprinkle a little MSG on it. Makes everything better. No? All right. Well,
Put some parmacron on that.
nice.
Omicron.
Points. You can find me at 303_ninja on the Instagram, 303ninja on the Twitters. You can call, voicemail, or text the show, 314-764-7631. It spells POI Pod 1 because who cares about synergy? Email at thegmail@.com.
One job.
Email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. And join us next week, same time, same place, 7:30ish Mountain Time. We'll start and have things to talk about. We'll watch Savannah mouth the camera, and
But you won't, because I won't be here next week. I just said
the
that.
week
That was part
after
of my announcements.
the week after, we will watch Savannah mouth the camera, and we'll watch Francis go down on himself. I think he just did, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into next week. Until then, see you. Goodbye. Bye.